So some of my best designs come from unexpected moments. And here's one that I want to show you, which is the Mia chair. This sketch came to me in the middle of, I don't know, working on some project, and I just had this idea about how this chair and this Danish cord could work together, with the cord going up the seat frame. Again, you know, I did a bunch of sketches in this, but I think this was one of the final ones where I kind of lay out all the different parts involved with notes, how I want it to look, just a bunch of ideas. And from there, it ended up in CAD, as all my pieces do. Everything I create starts with a sketch, goes through CAD. Through CAD, I'm able to evolve it, get the dimensions right, get the scale, get the proportions, everything looking good. And then I end up with drawing files like this. There's a bunch of drawing files here, as well as a bunch of handwritten notes. Every time I make a piece, I write notes so that I know how to better do it next time. And in particular, this piece, which is covered in Danish cord, and the particular weave, I suppose there are no rules for the weave. Not something that I invented, but you definitely don't see it around much. So anyway, what started with this piece was, this is how it started. You know, this design here, really sleek, simple, minimalist frame. A lot of my work is quite simple and just nice, clean lines. I really liked the backrest, how it flowed out the back here. Same with the seat frame and the legs, the leg joinery, the bridle joint, the way they came together. I thought, man, this is just gonna look gorgeous. Really keen, was really keen to make this one. Basically, I made the seat removable. So there's, what do we have? Some insert nuts there, and they just bolt through from the underside of the frame. That's so I could weave the seat before I fixed it to the frame, and then I would have the cord coming from the frame, from the seat frame up to the armrest. That's what these holes were for. So I basically started with this guy, really keen to get going, put it together, and realized something that should have been obvious from the start, which was that if someone sits here with the legs so far forward, it was bound to tip. I had a bunch of people come in and sit in it, just to make sure, you know, and most of the time it seemed pretty stable, but it was one of those things where, yeah, you just can't risk that. So ergonomically, everything else was proportionate. You know, the backrest felt great, the way that it was sitting, the seat height, the armrest with the backrest and with some cord wrapped around there. It really, you know, it was a step in the right direction, but just something had to change. I really loved, like I said, this leg detail. So I wasn't sure what I was going to do, but what we ended up doing is moving the back legs further onto the back of the rail, and it gave it to the back rail, and it really gave us a gorgeous detail. So as you can see with this one, we still kept the front leg with the bridle joint, and then on this back leg we did like a half lap joint and chucked in a few dowels, and man, oh, it's freaking gorgeous. You know, the through tenon here and the two dowels here with the half lap, it just added a greater depth to this piece. You know, the bridle, the half lap, the dowels, the through tenon. There's really a bunch of detailed joinery in here. Again, that is mostly, you know, the chair at a distance is unnoticed. You don't see it, but when you move in on it, yeah, that stuff has just made a real point of difference. Again, this chair, a gorgeous piece. It worked out really well with how the Danish cord, you can kind of see with the up and down of the cord, and then the side to side pulled it in nice and tight. So when you sit on it, the ergonomics are freaking brilliant. It really holds you on the back. Yeah, this piece is currently on exhibition down in Tasmania, shortlisted for the Clarence Furniture Design Award. I've sold a lot of these, you know, locally, as in Australia, and a bunch that have been shipped overseas. So yeah, happy accident. Started with an idea, it didn't quite turn out how I wanted it to turn out. It doesn't often happen like that, but I suppose when you're forced to look at new ways to improve pieces, sometimes you end up with a better version of what it could have been. Sometimes, you know, I've got a bunch of pieces up in the office there that started, didn't work out, and they're still up there. So sometimes they're just, you know, it's a dead end. But in this case, yeah, really happy with this piece. You.